Welcome to the last part of our lecture that will focus on inheritance on the blood groups. So this is like a summary slide. I will go over each point in detail on the next few slides. Blood group antigens are genetically inherited trait expressed on the red cells membrane, and we called it inherited because it passes from the parents to the kids, and we will see in detail how this work. Their inheritance follow a Mendelian principle of the segregations, mean each parent can passes only one allele to their kids. The independent assortment gene for different traits are inherited separately from one another. And there is a two tool to study inheritance: family history, the pedigree to trace the inheritance, and the Bantu square to predict the inheritance. And we will see how this apply to the blood group. So the family history, often illustrated through the pedigree, as you can see here on the image, is a crucial tool for studying the inheritance pattern of the blood group, as it helps trace how the traits such as a blood group antigen are passed from the parents to their children. For example, here we know that the blood group is P. We know that the other parent have the O blood group, but we don't know the genetic makeup for both of them. But since the kids, three of them get a B blood group and two of them is a O blood group, that mean the genetic makeup for the B is the BO. Because if it's BB, I expect all the kids to have the B blood group because B is dominant. But because the genetic makeup for this parent is a BO, this is how we can trace the inheritance through the generation, the first generation, second generation, and the third generation. The Bantu square and predicting the inheritance on the blood group. Bantu square is a simple grid. As you can see here, is like the table used to predict the possible blood group, either genotype or the phenotype of the offsprings from a two parent based on how their allele combined. For example, let's take the first the table on the top on the right corner. So let's say maybe the mom is AB and the dad AB, and we know that A is dominant, B is dominant. So if the kids, they inherited the A from mom and the A from dad, the child will have the A blood group. If he inherited A from mom and B from dad, he will get the AB. If inherited A from mom and A from dad, AB again. If inherited A from mom and B from mom and B from dad, he will get the BB. So by doing the Bantu square, I expect if the two parent whose blood group is the AB, I expect the children to be 25% A blood group, 25% B, and 50% AB. And this is how I use it to predict the phenotype and the genotype for the children from the parents. I can also use it to predict the probable parental genotype from the offspring blood group. Let's say the table beneath it. For example, because all the kids, they have the B and the O, that mean one parent have the O blood group allele, O genotype, and the other parents have both B. Because of this, all the kids, they have B because B is dominant. So one of the parents should have the O as a genetic makeup. In this case, I predict the probable parental genotype from the children blood group. Now we are talking about the Mandela principle, the law of segregation. Each parent carries two alleles for a given trait. Only one allele is passed from each parent to the child. Example, the ABO system. A parent with the phenotype AO may pass either A or O to their children, and I explained a couple examples on the previous slide. Law of independent assortment. Genes located on different chromosomes are inherited independently from each other. For example, the ABO gene is on chromosomes 9, the KEL gene is on chromosome 7. So they assort independently, so inheritance of the ABO does not affect the inheritance of KEL. The inheritance pattern of the blood group. There is a different blood group system. The different blood group system show distinct inheritance pattern. The codominant, the dominant, the recessive, and the sex-linked, and we will see each type in detail. The autosomal codominant inheritance. Most blood group antigen are inherited in this manner. Both allele, one from each parent, are equally expressed. For example, the ABO system, A allele and the B allele, they are dominant, so they express together, and they will give me the AB phenotype, both antigen present. The dominant inheritance, only one allele is required to express the trait. For example, A or O, because A is dominant, so I just need one allele of A to have the A phenotype. The O is the silent or recessive. The recessive trait, a trait is only expressed if both alleles are identical. An example, O phenotype. To get an O phenotype, I need two allele to be a recessive, to be from O allele. Recessive trait can lead to the null phenotype, which is the absence of the antigen, because let's go to the ABO system. The ABO system, if I have A or B, that means I have active gene, so the allele that encode A, the allele that encode B. But if there is a mutation on the allele, so I don't have any encoded, I have a defected enzyme gene that help to synthesize the antigen, so I have nothing. That means I have the O phenotype, means I have null allele because I have a defected version of the gene. The same apply for the other blood group, like Lutheran. If I have a defected BCAM gene, I don't have the A or B antigen expression, I have a null phenotype, the Rh null, the O phenotype. The sex-linked inheritance, the majority of a blood group system gene or chromosomal location loci are suited on the autosomal, meaning the inheritance is consistent for both male and the female. Exception, the XG blood group system, which is located on the X chromosomes. Because the mom, let's explain it first. The mom have two X, so if she get the XG blood group gene that's located on the X chromosomes, she can give the trait or the antigen or encode the antigen for all of her daughter and son in the equal percentage. But because the dad, the genetic makeup is the X and Y, and he just give the Y to his son, I expect the son to be free from the trait or the free from this antigen. Let's read together. Of the father carry the XGA antigen, all daughter will inherit it since the daughter received the father X, but no son as the son inherited Y. Of the mother carry the XJA, she can pass it to both the son and the daughter in equal percentage. So now we can answer this question smoothly. Why genetic matters in the immunohematology? Genetic matter in immunohematology because gene determine the expression of the blood group antigen, and variation mutation can alter or silence them. Understanding the inheritance pattern and zygosity help predict the antigen expression and the autoantibody formation and compatibility. And thus, this knowledge ensure the accurate typing, safe transfusion, and explain the rare ulnar phenotypes. This is the end of my lectures. Please feel free to write on the comment if you have any question, if you suggest any topic that you want me to cover in the next videos. Share the knowledge with your friend and take care of yourself. Thank you.